Are you into drifting? You're gonna start drifting? Change a lot of tires out? This video is for you. What's up, dudes? Welcome back to Project 253. If you're new here to this channel, we do some muscle car stuff. Sorry, I just kicked the tripod. And some JDM stuff. Mostly drifting and building and fixing them after we break them and stuff like that. But there's some drag cars on this channel and everything else. So just check it out, hit that subscribe button, stick around. Anyways, this one is for the drift guys. Anybody that's starting out or even guys that are way into it. And especially if you don't have a friend with a shop, a garage that changes tires and stuff like that. Here's a little, just a little insight for you on getting yourself set up. Now, if you're out there drifting, you're gonna blow through a lot of these and you're probably gonna try to not spend too much money on them. You're not gonna find much underneath, like say 60 bucks. Figure on spending like 80 bucks a tire, roughly ballpark figure. That's Canadian, could be a bit more depending on the brand and stuff you use, but it gets real expensive. And what else is really expensive lately, recently, whatever? Anywhere I brought my tires to get changed, they're charging me like 20 bucks a wheel. So let's do the math really fast on that. So 20 bucks every time you swap out one of these. That adds up real quick because you got two on the back, right? So you're looking at 40 bucks every time you change a set of tires. Most drift guys are gonna blow through 2 sets in a weekend, right? You get a one-day event, I'm pretty sure you can blow through 2 sets. You get a crazy weekend event, 2 days, 3 days, you can easily go through, say, 10 tires. So let's do the math really quick on that. 10 tires in one weekend, that's $400. You do that twice in a season, that's 800 bucks. 3 times, that's 1,200 bucks. Us here in Canada, we have a big off season. You got like 4 months minimum, sometimes 6 where we're not drifting. So think about all those weeks that you save up all that money, not changing your tires, put it aside, invest a little bit. And what I'm talking about today is one of these. It's dirty and stuff, but it's actually not that old and it still works very, very well. I picked this tire machine up from Nick's Drift Shop. He was moving shops, going somewhere else. The guys at APA were right next door to him, so he sold me this at a pretty decent price. Threw me a sticker on it. It's funny how it's like Project 253 underneath here, TC325. Anyway, one of these puppies right here, brand new. I think you can pick up a basic one for like 1,200 bucks. We just talked about that's only 3 weeks of sacrifice, 3 weeks of off season, whatever, changing your tires out. You can pick them up cheaper used. You could probably get lucky, find one for like 500 bucks that's older, but they still work. The point of having it is to do the work. Changing tires. I'm gonna show you how it's done. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta take that valve out. You like your face the way it is, you know, you gotta make sure you take the pressure out of this tire before you try popping the sucker off the bead. So what you need is one of these tools right here. See, it's got the little grooves in it. I know the camera's like not picking it up very well, but you take this, here's your valve, goes in there, boom, boom, you turn it, you can pull the valve out of the inside, leaves you a nice little hole on the inside there, all the air comes out. That's step number 1. Next up, you gotta break the tire off the bead. Tire machine comes equipped with a big pallet that goes in there, it grabs it, it pushes it, blows the bead off the rim, and then you just take the tire and rotate it, move it, keep turning it until the bead's off all the way around, then flip the tire around, continue the process on the other side. You wanna make sure that the rubber is not stuck anywhere along the rim, the bead of the tire. When you're done popping that tire off the bead, off the rim, the bead, off the whatever, when you're done popping, you know what I'm talking about, when you did this, then you can throw it up on the clamps. Now, this thing works 2 ways. The center pedal, or the outside pedal, controls the jaws. Now, if you were gonna do a wheel that you wanna keep nice and clean, you would put the outside of the rim onto here, push the button again, and clamp it down. Just like that. These plastic pieces will grab the outside part of the rim right here and protect your rim from being damaged, scraped, or any such thing. The pedal in the center, you see they all have their own individual things. Now the center one is what activates the clamp. You just saw me use it. This one here rotates the table. That's the next step for pulling these things off. Throw the wheel on here, take your clamp, move it around a little bit, make sure it's kind of sitting kind of normal, because if it's off and it's not grabbing right and if it's caught on something else, it could pop up and that's not fun. Pull your arm out. Slack off. It's already set for a 17-inch wheel because that's pretty much all I run. Lock it down. Here, got your little crowbars. Push down on the bead. Get this to fit in there. Now inside the rim here, it goes in concave. The advantage of that is to pull the bead. You can pull it closer to the rim on one side, give you some room on the other. So I'm going to push that end of the bead down and pull on this one with this little bar, and hopefully pop the tire up over this piece. Push down on this side, grab this, boom, just like that, and we turn it. That piece in there takes the tire right off the rim. Now we do that same process, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this down inside the wheel like that so it hooks the rim. We're gonna pull the tire up to get it to clear and then pop it around and over. So I'll try to get you guys a good angle on this so you can see it. So, put it this end down, hook that tire. There we go. Same idea. Get that up over top and then you spin it. Put that away. Boom. So now we take off our old tire and replace it with a new one. What you want to look for, there should be a marking. It tells you rotation. In this case, it shows you the inside. And also, there's going to be a little spot where you can see where the valve goes, and that's help balance the tire. Now at this point of the tire change, you're going to have to add a little bit of lubricant around the bead of the tire so that it gets onto the rim nice and easy, and that when you put air in it, kind of like helps it seal. And I don't have the proper stuff for the tire thing because like I'm not a garage for public and stuff, and I don't deal with this kind of thing. So what I got to use is you go in the house and you steal your significant other's dish detergent, a little bit of this in there, and then you have a mixing lubricant thing solution for your tires. Take a rag, whatever you got handy, put your solution on, and we start setting up the tire. So first thing you got to do is you're gonna look for something that says inside and something that tells us where the tire valve is supposed to be. It says inside right here. So first thing we're gonna do, put some solvent, some whatever, some sticky stuff, be generous. Now, since that's the inside, and we have the outside of the rim facing up, you can't really go wrong with the direction. So pop it on here. So there, see that dot? There's a dot there, and your valve is right there. So what we're gonna try to do, holding the camera, is turn it, and boom, shakalaka. Again, being generous. You wanna make sure that's nice and slippery, because when it starts to go on, it gets tight, it gets sketchy, it might make you worry. So let's not be shy. Get to this point, put the arm over here. This gets a little tricky. You want to hook your tire on this part. You want to get the rubber, this part, under here, but over this. Now, gotta get it far enough across here that it grabs. Okay. Now that it's on like that, put a little weight here, beat down. Boom. Hopefully in that process, the bead kind of sat at the bottom too, maybe at the top. Next up, we're gonna throw some air inside of it, watch it inflate, and pop on the bead. At this point, I have not put the valve back in to the stem. We'll do that after. So right now, I'm just gonna inflate it as much as we can and try to get the beads. You'll hear it pop real loud when that happens. Oh yeah. Gonna put 40 pounds in it. Should make the bead seal all the way around. That's wrong. Put your valve back in. Screw it in. Screw it down. So it stops leaking. Undo your little clamp. And we now have a 40-ounce tire. Done and done. So you guys see where I'm getting at, you know, like for a little price of cancel your Netflix. Won't be long till you can get a little tire machine just like this. They're available now. Like this is a cheap brand, you can get those almost anywhere. So anyways, that's the basics of it. What I'm trying to say is like save up a little coin on the side. In the long run, you'll save a lot, especially if you're going out there drifting and you want to go out once a month, twice a month, every weekend, whatever it may be. After some time, you'll see it saved you money, and then plus at the same time, you can invite your friends over and change their tires for a couple bucks at a time. Give them good deals, they keep coming back, and then you pay it off real quick.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna leave you with guys with I'll do a tire real time so you can see what it's like. It's something that might be a little hiccup, might be tougher than usual. Little tiny things happen here and there, so I'll just roll through it real time, show you guys what it's about, and I will see you in the next video.
It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Ooh.